Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the pre-orders from Games Workshop and Forge World. Welcome to the channel. If you would like to support the channel further through Patreon, I do have a Patreon page here if you'd like to support that way. That helps the channel out. If you can't support the channel through Patreon, you can always buy all of your miniatures and Warhammer goodness through Element Games, where you get between 15 and 25% off. Just please use the affiliate link in the description below this video, and that will tell Element Games that I've informed you about them. I do also have an Instagram account. I've got a few thousand followers on there, and I will typically upload pictures of works in progress, new pre-orders and bits and bobs. So I typically upload a picture every couple of days or so, and if there's any kind of news and things that takes my eye, I'll put that on there as well. Let's jump into the news from the Warhammer community website. If we go back from a week ago, I did do a video last weekend, I think on the 8th or 9th of February. So if we just have a look from about that date, we had the pre-orders, which was the Adeptus Titanicus new box set, which I've just unboxed and it's on the channel right now. Also Shadow Sun and Psi Titan from Forge World. Up for pre-order from today, which they've got an article. You've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, you've got the Champions of Mortal Realms, you've got these 4 champions, you've got these 6 champions here: the Warlock Bombardier, the Abhorrent Arch Regent, Tyrant, Arch, Revenant, Loon Boss on Giant Cave Squig, and Loch Mortian, Master of the Bone Tithe. They're all available separately. I think they were in, specific Age of Sigmar box sets at some point, so that's great that Games Workshop have released them all, and Games Workshop have released them all as individual kits all at the same time, which is brilliant. They haven't sort of staggered their releases, and I think that is actually a really good way of doing it. I just wish that they'd have them available separately with the box sets that you could only get them in, but hopefully that's going to happen in the future. Then you've got the new Warcry Warband cards, all these packs, and then you've got 2 new monsters for both Warcry and Age of Sigmar. Both of these monsters feature in the Slaves of Darkness battle tome. You've got the Mindstealer Sphiranxes here, so cat lovers, you'll really love this model. I really like this model, obviously, and also the Fomoroid Crusher, again a bit like the Minotaur, looks like something straight out of God of War. It's this Cyclops creature whereby you can give it a armoured flange. Oh, I love that word, it sounds really good, but it's basically just a bit of eye armour for its one eye, and you can have different options of kitting these 2 monsters out. So if you have 2, you can make them look very different. Definitely the Mindstealer Sphiranx could be worth getting 2. The Fomoroid Crusher, I feel like there's a bit too much of a similarity just in the way he's walking, and the fact that his head is looking in the same direction, but at least what he's carrying is very different. Then you've also got House of Chains, which is a new book, and it's got new fighter types. You've got brand spanking new, I don't know how it's going to be spanking, but it's a brand new plastic kit. Goliath Stimmers and Forgeborn look really awesome. I like these models. Then you've got some Gang Tactic cards, and Black Fortress for some reason. We've now, we had these models in the I think they were in the Dark Imperium set. Then we had them just sort of individually. Then we had them in the Warhammer 40k Conquest set, and now we've taken them back from Conquest and we've put them in Blackstone Fortress. I really don't know why they've sort of done this as an extra expansion. Maybe this is some kind of experiment for them, but I just wish that they'd brought out these cards and things separately, maybe in a set, along with some other units. But if you want to get them, the only way is through getting this kit itself. Then you've got some Returning to Middle Earth miniatures. This is not the last of them. You've got some that are returning to the range. So if you didn't pick them up all those many years ago, you now can. So that was a pre-order preview. That happens every Sunday. So there will be one tomorrow if you're tuning into this community website. And usually what I'll do is I'll take some pictures and put them on Instagram, so you'll find out straight away. I think Games Workshop, if you're signed up to the newsletter, they also send you an email. But there you go. Then you've got Psychic Awakening, Call of the War. That will be one of the new books for Psychic Awakening, focusing on orcs. You'll most likely have Gazgul with that release to coincide it. I'm pretty sure you will. Then you've got Warhammer Fest. Get your tickets now. I did put a couple of posts on Instagram regarding this. There were a number of tickets available. I didn't get my email as soon as they were available. On well, maybe not on this post, but on a previous post about Warhammer Fest, they did highlight that tickets would be available from, I think, 12 o'clock on the Monday, from 12 o'clock. But they didn't update this website for quite some time. Long after I managed to secure my tickets, I just clicked on the Eventbrite website and, searched for Warhammer Fest and managed to pick up a golden ticket. I don't think you get a physical golden ticket, which sucks. I think that would be nice. But, at the end of the day, that does save on, paper and all the rest of it. But I managed to secure one of those. It's a pricey ticket. If you click on here, buy my ticket now, it will load up Eventbrite. Maybe it'll ask me to log in. No, it hasn't asked me to log in. It just says sign in there. You click on tickets. Let's just have a look. It takes place on the 2nd and 3rd of May. I will be going. You can get an adult ticket. The golden ticket is sold out. If you click on, you can't click on see more, which kind of sucks, but I did put a post on my Instagram, like I say, with the the contents of the golden ticket. But that basically includes the adult weekend ticket, which is £45, and then for an extra £105 they're going to bundle in both of the exclusive miniatures for that weekend. I'm not a big fan of either of them, and I might sell the Age of Sigmar one, but still it's nice that you get those, and then you get like the guaranteed VIP entry and your front row at all the seminars and the main stage and all kinds of other goods. You get a goodie bag as well, so we'll see. The child weekend ticket is £18. That's pretty decent. Just the Saturday ticket was £30. Child ticket was £10. Sunday is £30, and child Sunday was £10 as well. Now, normally I only go to one of the days out of the two. I typically only go to the Saturday, and I leave early, 2-3 o'clock, because of where I live and how long it takes me to get back, and if I want to do any videos that evening too. But this year I'm going for both of the days, and I'm staying in a hotel not that far away, so maybe I'll be able to take some coverage and get a video up on the Saturday evening. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to this for the 2nd and 3rd. So if you are going on the weekend or one of those days, please do stop me and say hello. I'll be taking video footage and taking pictures and things. So yeah, do stop me, say hello, we'll have a chat. Maybe if you like, I'll take some video of you, put it on the channel so you could feature. I know a few of you are coming over from America and things and other places in Europe, so really looking forward to the event now. Anyway, moving back to the rest of the news. Going back from the Warhammer Fest, there was spear, phalanxes and runic symbolism for the Lumineth. So it's a Lumineth lowdown. These look really, really great, these Realm Lords. I'm really looking forward to these. I'm just going to have to try and get the right colour scheme, for the cream and the blues and the light blues. I think the colours are fantastic. I'm so pleased they went for those kind of subdued colours rather than bright silvers or golds, which we've had a lot of in the armies. You've got a rumour engine here, February the 11th, 2020. It looks like some kind of little bonsai tree. I think it might be related to Lumineth Realm Lords. You've got Tactica, Fomoroids and Sphiranxes. This is a lovely little article focusing on the two and their specific rules and using them in Age of Sigmar, Slaves of Darkness armies. As you can see, they're quite big monsters. You know, they definitely are both taller than the Chaos Lord and the Karkadrak there. But yeah, look at these. Fantastic. Both of the models. Really looking forward to them. You'll see them on the channel next weekend. There was an article about Blackstone Fortress with these included Death Guard and Poxwalkers. Enter the House of Chains, another article about Necromunda, focusing on House Goliath gangs, about them getting larger. Legends of the Underhive, warband focus on the new warbands. So it's a mega warband Warcry focus with available fighters for all of these factions. Maggot King as well, and Hedonites, and Khorne 2, and Blades of Khorne, so on. Then Psychic Awakening, you can catch up about what's been happening in the galaxy. There was a lovely Regimental Standard Happy Festival of the Heart, about to celebrate Valentine's Day, which was yesterday, of course. The Cataphrane Chronicle, creating the Wormspat and Hrothgorn's Mantrappers. Another article about the Fomoroid Crushers and Master Sphiranxes, this time focusing on Warcry. And then House of Chains, Ogryns in the Underhive. Nice little look here of House of Chains bringing more stuff for Goliath gangs, and this time we've got some Ogryns which look amazing. These models look so cool. I just wish that you could have them in 40k. I mean, I'm so pleased that they've kind of updated them. Those power fists look immense, and this guy here hasn't got a bionic arm or anything. It's just got a little hub on it, and so on. And it says that they'll be coming out later this year. There's a revealed animated heroes, another media reel, and then to pre-order you've got some Dark Angels love. You've got the Terminators for Dark Angels, which we'll be having a look at the Forge World website soon. There was a odd video, the ultimate Valentine's experience, basically play a game Warhammer with your loved one, if you wanted to watch that. And then there's a painting spotlight, Champions of the Mortal Realms. This is pretty decent because we had a look at some fantastic looking miniatures painted here. Little spotlight. This guy is just amazing. And that's it for all of the latest news. Let's jump on over to Forge World and have a look at those Dark Angels. Here they are, right here. If we click on New and we go for pre-orders, you've got a few things here. These weren't here when I first looked on the Friday, but I guess they've been put up now. You've got this Goliath Zerka holding what looks to be, not sure what that is, Ambot. Yeah, there you go. It's part of an Ambot. I knew it was something like that. But yeah, this Goliath Zerka, it looks incredible. £24 though. Must be pretty big. Yeah, huge. So this is a great offering from Forge World here, £24 to add as part of the Goliath. And you can find the rules in House of Chains for this Zerka. So there you go. And then you've got Mercator Sanguius Slaver Entourage. Again, for House of Chains. Slaver Entourage. Really awesome detailed miniatures. 4 of them, £42. That works out alright, about £10 each. That's quite acceptable for resin. Considering at the moment Games Workshop are selling the individual characters for, well, I've seen them obviously for £25 or so for a single plastic miniature, and here you're getting 4 detailed resin miniatures for £42. So quite reasonable. I think they could have charged £50, but yeah, lovely looking miniatures. I wish I'd seen them yesterday actually. But there you go, that's for your House Goliath. And then these are the Dark Angels, Legion Inner Circles. These Cenobium Knights look amazing. I love all the poses. Maybe the Captain not so much, but I like their armour, I like the keys, I like their plasma weapons that they've got, and the big power swords. The double-handed power swords look fantastic. Yeah, these are amazing. Look at these. Compared to just a normal Space Marine, there is a lot going on. There is a lot going on. Like little archways in the armour, this cataphracti plate. You've got something extra on the top. You've got these near the gorget, I want to call it. You've got things on their legs as well. If we just have a little zoom in, you've even got a bit of a scenic base on there for that one. The poses are just amazing. Really like them. Gives them a sense of weight and gravity that Terminators sometimes, some of the models just don't have. But yeah, £63. That's about reasonable for other Terminators. Yeah, I mean, you know, £63. The Iron Warriors are 65. The Space Wolves one are 63. So are the hockey team, you know, the Keshig. You know, you've got 3 Aquilin Terminators there for 51 for Custodes. Obviously the older ones are 53 or so. But yeah, look, 3 there for Custodes, 51 again. But the newer Terminators, look, 63 for the Alpha Legion, 65 for the Iron Warriors. They're old, those ones. And then yeah, you've got 63 for both the White Scars and Space Wolves, and now these have got are now 63 as well. So it falls in line with the other prices. Yes, it's expensive, but it is 5 Terminators at the end of the day. Works out to be about £12.60 per Terminator, which is not too bad when you consider the individual characters are double that. You know, the Dark Angels Legion Praetor and Cataphracti Terminator armour, for instance, is £26. And these are as detailed as that Praetor, but they will go very well with this model. Anyway, that's the Dark Angels Inner Circle Knights, Cenobium. I think they look fantastic. Some of the best models Forge World have produced for Horus Heresy so far. And I look forward to the rest of the Dark Angels range and the upcoming books, obviously. Let's jump on over to Games Workshop, where we can see the wait is over. The fan favourite champions are now available separately. That's what they've got on the first page. Then you've got Masters of the Forge. You've got Mighty Goliaths. And you've got some Warcry new warband packs available. Let's jump on to new and exclusive, and we'll click on pre-orders, and we'll go view all, high to low, and straight away you've got the Adeptus Titanicus Horus Heresy. This is what I looked at last week, and I've just unboxed that. Genji's Tentacles, that was last week. Champions of Erebor, they are up today though. £80, 14 resin miniatures here, all for the Hobbit. Pretty decent. Then if we move down, you've got Gene Course, that was last weekend. So was the Warbringer Nemesis Titan and the Warbringer Nemesis Titan. If you want to see the unboxing of that, please do check the channel tomorrow. You've got Psychic Awakening, another £50 collector's edition book, which was also last weekend. Up for pre-order today though, you've got 3 Death Guard and 6 Potswalkers, £37.50. Unfortunately, I wouldn't go anywhere near that. That is so vastly overpriced, it's unbelievable. £37.50, you've pretty much got these models in one of the £8 copies of Warhammer 40k Conquest, and I wouldn't bash them as much as I am right now over the price if they hadn't been out for almost 3 years, and if they hadn't been in the discounted sort of 40k Conquest subscription. But I feel like I can, because it's almost £40 for 9 miniatures, which have been around for a while, and they are all easy to build. Then you've got the Adeptus Titanicus Manufactorum Imperialis. One of the main reasons I didn't go for this in the end, and I went for the other models for Titanicus, was because you only get 3 armoured containers. Like I said in my video last weekend, if you got 6, I'd be all over it, but 3 is just not enough, in my opinion, and it's £30. I wonder if it is made in China though, like the rest of the scenery. That would be interesting. Then you've got Bard, Hero of Lake Town, £30, you can pre-order him. You've got Necromunda, House of Chains, £28. Quite expensive. I mean, obviously it's not as expensive as the £30 Everchosen book, but still £28 for 160 pages. It's quite a thick book. It looks quite thick there. I don't know whether it's a smaller book. It doesn't really say, but it looks pretty thick there. But then again, it is 160 pages. You've got Commander Shadow Sun, that was pre-ordered last weekend. This is the new Goliath Stimmers and Forgeborn, £26 for 6 models. That's ludicrous. You do have 112 components. Yeah, compared to a normal sort of gang, £26 for at least 10. So now you're paying the same for 6. Yeah, 2 of the models in this kit are bigger, but it's still 26 for 6 models. Then these are the 2 new monsters which I'm really looking forward to. The Fomoroid Crusher, I think that's reasonably priced at £25. I think that's okay. You do get the cards in for Warcry in with this model, and yes, it's on 1 sprue, but you do have options to change the pose and make it look a little bit different if you want to pick up more than 1, which is more than can be said for the Ogroid Myrmidon, which was only in 1 pose and was the same price. The Mind Stealer Sphiranxes, again, same price, £25. At least this one does look different. The complete head area and even the pose it's looking in is different. It's going to be on the same scenic base though, and the legs and the tail and everything's going to be the same, but at least the head and the neck area are going to look a lot different if you wanted to pick up 2 for whatever reason. But again, that's £25 and that can be pre-ordered. Then we come to the other single miniatures, these champions. You've got Druanti the Arch Revenant for £22.50 for Sylvaneth. Really nice miniature. I'd definitely pick it up if I had Sylvaneth models. Lots of detail on that one. The Loon Boss on Giant Cave Squig. He's on a giant cave squig with an angry moon mushroom. What more do we need to say? It's a stunning miniature. You've got the Ogor Moor Tribes Tyrant for £20. You've got a few Middle-earth miniatures here that have come back. I think they're all... Are they metal? Yeah, metal miniatures. Wow. Metal miniatures. 3 metal miniatures there for 20. These 2 for 20. These 6 for 20. And then Boromir, Captain of the White Tower, in various poses. And one with a flag and a sword in pretty much the same pose. One with a flag on a horse, all metal. Then you've got the Kellimorph. The Kellimorph came out last weekend, but then you've got the other champions. You've got the Warlock Bombardier. Who doesn't like a rat with rats coming out of a drain pipe and a bazooka? I don't know who wouldn't like that model. And then you've got Vok Mortian, Master of the Bone Tithe. Might be worth picking him up if you've got a Ossiarch Bone Reaper's army. Looks a pretty good model. And then you've got the Abhorrent Arch Regent for the Flesh Eater Courts, £17.50. Moving down the list of pre-orders, you've then got the cards for £6 each for all the different factions, which is quite nice because if you've already got the models, you just pick up the cards for £6. And there you go. That is all of the pre-orders for this weekend. Quite a lot, I think you'll agree, as jam-packed as it was last weekend. Probably even more so, I think. With all the Goliath stuff and the monsters. No doubt we'll get more pre-orders next weekend. We'll just have to find out tomorrow to see if we're going to get the Sisters of Battle next wave of miniatures for them. I hope we do, because it has been a few weeks now. If we don't get them next weekend, then it will have been over a month since the last release of them. Anyway, what do you guys think of all this week's pre-orders? What have you pre-ordered? What are you going to pick up? Anything for Warcry? Any of those monsters? Please do put it in the comments below. It's always great to read your comments and get your feedback from these videos and also engage with you. Really do appreciate it. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.